Hey y'all, Eric Adcock's Awkward Life. Today is Wednesday, February 25th, 2026, around 10 o'clock p.m., and this is my attempt to record a podcast every day in the year 2026. Hope everybody's had a great day. Wednesday, a lot of people had church tonight, a lot of people had prayer meeting. We had both, so I was thankful for that. I was reading a little bit this afternoon or tonight before I started to do the pod, and there's this book I'm reading. It's called The Creative Act, A Way of Being, and it's by a music producer artist named Rick Rubin, and it's a really good book. But I got to this part, and let me just read what it says. He was talking about John Lennon. He said, John Lennon once advised that if you start a song, write it through to the end in that setting. The initial inspiration has a vitality in it that can carry you through the whole piece. Don't be concerned if some of the parts are not yet all they can be. Now, here's what got me. Get through a rough draft. A full, imperfect version is generally more helpful than a seemingly perfect fragment. And I thought that so true about songwriting. If anyone's ever tried to write a song, some parts of it comes real easy. For me, it's usually a chorus and the first verse. Finishing a song is very hard. So this advice is like, just work through it and at least get a rough draft. And the part that got me, really the thing is, it says John Lennon said, a full imperfect version is generally more helpful than a seemingly perfect fragment. And I'm like, that's just like people. Man, that is just like people. There's some people that show up all the time and they're so flawed, but they show up. And then there's other people, they're not coming around to do anything until they have it all together. And you can take it for whatever it's worth or take it wherever you want to. But there's some people that will show up imperfect, but at least show up. I like those types of people. Sure, at times I may get on people's nerves or whatever, but I'm going to show up. Am I perfect? No, I'm very imperfect. Someone, I thought about just ending the podcast every day and just give up on it, because someone, gave me some advice one time, like, well, you don't want to just keep putting things out there, rushing. And some of my podcasts are rushed. Some of them are rushed because I've got a goal I want to make, but I'd rather be doing imperfect work than not doing any work. And this statement just reinvigorated, me as a person, that a full imperfect version is generally more helpful than a seemingly perfect fragment. I know people that'll only show up for their kids when everything's perfect. I know friends that'll only show up for you when everything's perfect, when they're perfect, when they've got everything together. And then we overlook the ones that are showing up every day, struggling, but they're showing up. And there's something to be said about just showing up. Generally a imperfect full. I would rather be whole and imperfect than just a fragment of myself perfect. If that makes sense, I would rather be there for someone every day, making mistakes, but falling forward. And I had an uncle one time that never showed up for anything. And I have friends that they show up all the time, imperfect, broken, but still moving ahead. But they're a full version of an imperfect person. A lot better than just a fragment of someone that's just there when times are good or when they feel good. And I thought about poor Peter. We've ripped Peter apart for, losing his faith about getting out of the boat. But no one else has ever walked on water except him and Jesus. And we like to throw him under the bus about him denying Christ and all this. Peter showed up every day imperfect. And there's a lot of disciples that you never even hear about. There's never one story about them. They were probably the ones that were just there when they just wasn't trying to make any mistakes. They wasn't trying to make any waves. They were just, everything's together. We're there. But Peter was very imperfect, but he keeps showing up in Scripture. He just keeps showing up. And that's how I want to be. I want to be around people that just keep showing up. And so that's my thought for tonight. And if this helped you, pass it along to someone, share it. Reach out to me, eric@thisawkwardlife.com. Let me know what you think about the podcast. Share the podcast. I can't promise you I'll give you an award or giveaway. Maybe we'll do a giveaway. I don't know. But anyway, I'm thankful for that little thought today. That was really good. And I'm not going to quit the podcast every day. I'm going to keep doing it. Someone said, I'll get back to the original thought. Somebody said, well, the quality of it would be better if you planned it out. Well, I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it daily. It keeps me sharp. It keeps me doing something. Is it perfect? No. But it's showing up in the Apple feed every day. It's been changed to daily. They've changed it to weekly, to monthly. Now it's back to daily. And if God will help me, I'm going to keep doing this podcast every day. And we'll see what happens. Who knows? I may be up there with Joe Rogan one day. Who knows? We'll see. I'm at least going to keep showing up. Hey, someone show up today. Just show up. That's all you got to do. Hey, y'all have a good night.